What's good, everybody, and welcome to Video City. I'm your host, Stephanie G, and right now we are here at Strawberry Fields, and we have a special guest that we will be speaking to by the name of Jacqueline Hopkins. How are you doing today?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing here today.
Well, what we're doing here today is we just filmed a music video with my whole band, which consists of Grant Langford on the saxophone, Hilliard Green on the bass, Elise Wood on the flute, and Caroline Taylor on the drums, as well as Antoine Dry, on the trumpet. I don't want to forget Antoine. He'll kill me if I forget him.
So tell us a little bit about how you started.
Sure. Well, when I was a little girl, I started just writing songs, just goofing around. But then I pursued it seriously starting in 2001. And I put some ads in the Village Voice looking for musicians, and here I am.
And what has inspired you to become a jazz artist?
I've always loved Ella Fitzgerald, and I've always been really crazy about jazz. I grew up listening to WBGO, for instance, and I just have always loved jazz.
And what can we look forward to as far as the single that you're taping right now?
I'm sorry?
With the single that you're taping right now, like, what is the music about?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. The music is about my ex-boyfriend, John. I won't give his last name.
Don't give us any dirty there.
I won't give you his last name, but you know who you are, John. Yeah, it's a true story about how when we were seeing each other, he would be like, "Oh, I miss you. I want to see you, blah, blah, blah." And he would tell me all these great things. And
always sounds nice, doesn't it?
It always sounds nice, doesn't it? Like you said. But then I would hardly ever see him. So here I am, committed to you. And for what? That's what the song's about.
Okay. And so what would be your...
I'm going to tell you one of the lines from the song. I turned down other guys, but actually I should have turned down you.
Y'all heard that? Okay. So what do you want? I guess since it is about you and your ex-boyfriend, what would you get? What would you want other women to get from this song?
Just empowerment that if you're not happy with your relationship, you could chuck it and get a new one. I got a new one and I'm much happier now. I'm married now, happily married. And I wrote a few songs about my husband too, so don't think it's all about ex-boyfriends. It's about ex-boyfriends and current husbands.
Okay. And what is a song that's meaningful to you now about your husband?
Your Love Makes Me Love You. That's a song that I wrote that's basically a wedding vows, and I actually sang it as part of my wedding vows at our wedding in September.
Now, I know that you have a site where you talk about how to make your marriage successful.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, it's on Blogspot, and if you do a Google search on Jacqueline Hopkins and an advanced search with Blogspot, it'll come up. It's called How to Stay Happily Married, and I update it every day, sometimes even a couple of times a day, just different thoughts on what makes us happy. And I write it in such a way that it's relatable, whether you're a man or a woman, just how to be happy in your relationship.
Okay, and so with that said, like, how do you go about writing the songs that you have on your album to even get to where it is now?
I would say most of it is just God-given. I'll just be in the middle of doing something totally random, like one of my songs came to me when I was in my backyard just raking some leaves, and all of a sudden, ooh, a song. And I had to stop everything and get it down.
And what would you say?
Or another time I was just walking down the street on the way to the subway and another song came to me. They just come to me. Okay. So.
And how do you feel about, like, in general with jazz now, from how it was before and how it is now, and how do you feel that you're a part of it?
That's a very good question. Well, I think one of the things that attracts me to jazz and what I love about jazz is it's timeless. Whether you listen to jazz in the 30s, the 40s, 50s, or today, jazz is just timeless and classic, and it never, ever goes out of style. So what I guess I bring to it is just continuing in the same footsteps of the people who came before me.
And how can, I guess, a lot of your fans reach out to you through Facebook, Twitter? How would you?
Yeah, I'm on, you could follow me on Twitter. You could become a fan on Facebook. I'm also on Tagged. I'm on MySpace. I'm all over the place. If you want to find me, you could definitely find me.
So tell us a little bit more in detail about what your new single is about before we show the audience.
I Should Be Singing is about my ex-boyfriend John and how he was never around when he said he's going to be around, and I never got to see him when I thought I was going to see him, and how I got sick of it and I decided to find someone new, which I did, and now we're married. Ha ha ha.
So let's check out the single right now.
I should be singing. I should be singing down the street to everyone I meet and tapping my feet. But instead I lament that we met, and I get so upset that I let you tie me down, cause you're never around. And now I realize I turned down other guys when actually I should have turned down you. I should be swinging. I should be swinging on a star, cause of who you are, humming in my car. But instead all my joy ain't because of your boy. You're a toy, I'll be coy and see Tony or Roy, cause I feel tied down, cause you're never around. And now I realize I turned down other guys when actually I should have turned down you. When actually I should have turned down you. I should be singing. I should be singing down the street to everyone I meet and tapping my feet. But instead I lament that we met, and I get so upset that I let you tie me down, cause you're never around. And now I realize I turned down other guys when actually I should have turned down you.
Well, I hope you guys were enjoying the video just as much as I have. And here is Jacqueline Hopkins' new album. Make sure to check it out. But I did have one more question for her, because she named her album Topsy Turvy. So we'd like to check out and know exactly what that means.
Well, the reason I named it Topsy Turvy is it's from one of the lines from the song that I sang at my wedding to my husband. I was basically telling him that he made me feel topsy-turvy. He made me feel off balance. I'm so in love with him. He's such a wonderful guy. He's the best guy I've ever met in my entire life. And I thought topsy-turvy reflected how much in love with him I am.
Well, there you have it, and you have been officially introduced to Jacqueline Hopkins. Make sure to check her out on Facebook and Twitter. So where can we get your album?
You can get Topsy Turvy by Jacqueline Hopkins at www.cdbaby.com. Just do a search for either Topsy Turvy, which is the name of the album, or do a search for Jacqueline Hopkins.
Cool. Well, there you have it, her official album. I'm your host, Stephanie G with Video City. Until next time, please make sure to stay tuned and check us out on Facebook and Twitter.